you all. This is Shonae. This is Shonae's Law. Thank you so much for tuning in, clicking on this video and see what's going on with it. Now, if you have not watched my previous video called How to Save Money, then you might want to pause this video right now and go over there and check it out, because this is part 2. This is budgeting. Now, as promised in video 1 of our Millennial Success Bylaws series that we're going to be doing, which is going to be a 10-part series, okay? 10 parts. This is just video 2. So you might want to go over there, see what's going on, check it out. I'll make sure I have the link right there in the comment box and the descriptions, both of them, so you can't miss it. That way you can be abreast of what's going on and you won't be left behind because you watched it. So budgeting. So after you've researched ways and about how to save money, you definitely want to go ahead and consider budgeting. That was one of the main key points and focal points of what we discussed in the first video. But you might not know how to budget. Schools really don't teach that. You might not have anybody in the family that's gonna go over a budgeting plan with you. So, you might have to figure it out the hard way. So it's really important to budget for a lot of reasons, okay? You might have an immediate purchase that you want to buy. You might be saving up for a home, a car, college. It's a plethora of reasons why you should be saving. You should also already be thinking about saving for your retirement. So you should have a 401k in mind. You should have whether that's a Roth IRA, doesn't matter. You should be focusing on those things. Don't forget, our 20s are about grinding. So you need to make sure you are hitting the ground running and attacking it. You also want to consider having you a separate savings account. So inside of this budgeting plan that you're going to do, if you already have a savings account, that's going to allow you to have money flowing in, which we already discussed in part 1. So you always have your little nest egg. But the savings account is going to be money that you don't want to touch. Ideally, you never want to touch your savings. It's just there, okay? It's just there. You don't touch it. You act like you don't even know you have it. I have an institutional bank account, and I also have a credit union. The money that goes to my credit union savings account, I monitor it. I make sure that all the funds are there, but I never, ever touch it. And over time, you look at that account, you're like, woo! And you should be that way. You should never touch your savings. Lord willing, you should never touch that savings account. It should just be there for you. Now, when you need some tigers or something, that's when you go into it. It should be for like emergencies. But I didn't want to touch a savings account. But you should have one, just in case. You want to set realistic goals too in your budgeting plan, which is why you need to budget. So we're going to get into all that right now, right? Number 1, you need to be organized. Now, being organized means you can prioritize your expenses and you can concentrate on fixed costs versus variable costs. Now, your fixed costs are things that really don't ever change. Like, you pretty much know how much your phone bill is going to be, your Sprint bill. I have Sprint. I can't just keep putting my life on you all. You got to focus on what is consistent. What are these amounts? You pretty much know how much all of your household bills, your car bill, whatever that is. You pretty much know how that is. Now, the variable cost is what can get you. You never know what that's going to be. It's like potluck. You don't know how much your grocery bill is going to be unless you map it out to the T and you've done your couponing, you've been clipping, you've been obsessing over these websites, comparing costs. Other than that, things like that vary. So keep that in mind while you budget. Be flexible when necessary with the variable costs. Keep up with the fixed costs, but be flexible with those varying costs, okay? So that means also, you want to know how to separate your want and needs. We discussed this a little bit in saving money, but separate your wants from your needs. It's okay to want things. We all want things. But you need to understand that the needs come first. Take care of your needs. Take care of your needs. You need somewhere to sleep. You need food to eat. You need your lights on, okay? You need gas to get to work or to get to wherever it is you want to be or need to be. You need those things. Your wants can wait. Let's just keep that in mind. So make sure that while you're organizing, you are tracking your spending. We talked about this in part 1. Track that spending. See what you normally spend versus what you're about to start spending. And then you can look at it month by month. What do I spend the most on? What have I reduced my spending on? That's going to help you keep buckling down and moving forward. And of course, you can do this by online banking apps. There's a lot of websites too. There's a lot of free websites and apps that'll help you do this. So just do your research on this journey that you're doing and make sure that you are focusing on track in that spending. Because what's the point of you budgeting if you're not keeping up with the progression? Within 6 months or 3 to 6 months, you should start seeing a change. You should start seeing that bank account getting a lot heavier if you're doing it right. And use an e-folder to sort out your bills. That's one thing that I do. It keeps me organized. So I definitely have me a folder in my emails, so all the bills come in electronically, and I put a little star by them. I make the star gold, and I have them all lined up. And of course, I already know in my mind when they're due. I write it down in my planner, but I like having it, nice and inside of the email so I can go ahead and knock the bills out. Definitely do that. If they email you your bills, put a gold star by them and keep up with them. Keep up with the due dates. Because remember, we are budgeting and we don't have time for late fees. So if you're a forgetful person, set the alarm on your phone. Don't be afraid. It's different strokes for different folks. And another thing that I do is I generally write down all of my bills each month, and I can put a clip in for this if you guys want to see it. I write down all my bills. I write down my expenses and my income. And I'll list out all the bills that are due. Because I'm planning out my expenses. I write down all my bills that are due, how much I expect them to be. And then I just keep up with an idea of how much I'm going to have to pay out. And inside of that list, things like, groceries or gas, I know they vary. So I give a nice estimate of what I would like to spend. But I'm not too hard on myself if I go over it or under it $5 or so. But I don't want to overdo it. If my plan, because I take care of my family, I normally try to spend about $200 every paycheck or so. But if I spend less than that, I feel good about it. But I did make room for it. See how that works? You vary the cost of those expenses that you really can't control too much. So you definitely want to identify all the debt that you have and pay it down. Identify all that's organizing too. So if you know you owe a lot of people, you want to have all that paperwork or electronic paperwork filed away and sorted out, because it's important for you to know who you owe. It's important for you to know who you owe, how much you owe them, and when you owe them. Are you already over the due date? Are you at the point of no return? You can't start working on getting rid of things and clearing up your life if you don't know where to start. So I suggest that you go ahead, if you have any debts, put your feet down, go in on it, zoom in, and just make the most of trying to get that all organized so you can get those payments together. Talk to creditors if you have to. There's actually a video about that too. I don't want to run it all. I'm not going to go into detail too much. But I definitely want you guys to know that you need to organize your debt too. That's a part of this process, because again, what do we talk about? You can't save money if you owe people money. Balance your checkbook or your debit card register, because I know people ain't write checks like that no more, but they still call it a checkbook. You spend your debit card. I suggest all of you write down how much you spend and how much people owe you. Write down that paycheck money, because listen, I don't trust nobody's research but my own. A woman told me that when I was a kid, and I follow that to the core, okay? Yes, I have it on my app. Yes, I check it all the time, but let my bank slip up and say that, they took $2 out or something like that. I want my $2. So you need to watch your spending yourself. Don't be lazy. Don't rely on technology to do everything for you. Rule number 2, plan ahead. Plan ahead, plan ahead. Create a checklist. Schedule out those expenses. Schedule out those bills. Know the due dates. Know the due dates for everything. Plan ahead for them, have them together, okay? This goes in to that same thing we just talked about. Preparing those shopping lists. Not just shopping lists for food, okay? This is life. We're grown. We have responsibilities. Plan out your shoes list, your clothes list. You got things coming up, right? Plan it out. Plan all that out. If you know you got an event coming up, back to school shopping, back to college shopping, plan ahead. Plan it out. I need this. I got this at home already, but I need to have this too. So make sure that you are keeping all of that in mind, and don't be afraid to take things from this and that and put it all together. Sometimes you don't even have to spend money. You got something in your closet you wouldn't even wear. I'm a good example of that. I probably got 12 shirts that still got tags on them. It's kind of sad. That also includes using your online budgeting tools, which are your apps and your online banking. There's also a myriad of other tools on the internet, and I suggest you guys go and keep that a part of your research on how to save money and budgeting too. Of course, this video is going to be a great resource for you to hold on to, but don't be afraid to do your own research too, because everybody is different and everybody learns differently. Rule number 3, make better choices. both professional and personal. That means reducing your spending. Reducing your spending on what, you may ask? What do you spend the most money on that you shouldn't? What is it? Figure that out. Of course, you're already doing your tracking. That's going to help you spot whatever that is so you can figure it out and move forward with it. Make necessary cuts. We already talked about this a little bit. Part one, saving money. You know, I told you, give it a Netflix or Hulu or whatever it is you're not doing. Even if you have fiber optic cable, satellite, do you watch on cable? Are you ever at home? I know a lot of people always talking about, oh, I don't watch TV. Then why do you have cable? Houseway, why do you have cable if you ain't never at home? That don't make no sense. You wasting money then. If you're on your laptop all the time, then why are you watching? Why do you even have cable? Makes no sense. Cut those unnecessary expenses out. Cut them out. Make the necessary sacrifices that you need to. If you got to get rid of some things for a while till you get back on track, do it. But you got to stay in budget. So listen, hey, only the strong can survive when you're trying to get this coin. Cooking versus takeout. I know a lot of people always talking about they don't like to cook. It's too hot to cook. But you know, it's going to be hot too when you on the last penny in your savings account. So you might as well just go ahead and go to the store, plan out your meals, cook these meals, instead of giving all these franchise restaurants your money. They living good while you over here down to your last pack of ramen noodles. So keep this in mind while you are out here trying to go against your budgeting plan. No impulse shopping online or in store. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Plan ahead. If you plan ahead, you won't do that because you got your list. You got it in your phone. You got your little tablet, whatever it is. You got it. You self-check if that's what it takes. If you can't control yourself, you have no type of willpower, take your little happy tail over there to the self-checkout because they don't really have all them impulse items over there. They got them, but you're kind of far from them. They got that circular motion in over there at Walmart. It's like, get them in, get them out, get them in, get them out. And that's where you need to be. You ain't got no self-control. Take your little tail over there to the self-checkout, get it in and get it out. Don't be over there eyeing them Snicker bars, complaining about how they used to be 72 cents and now they 89 cents. Don't worry about them Snicker bars. Get your little ass out of there if it's going to be a problem. Okay, moving on. Limit your credit card usage. Don't increase debt while you're trying to save money. You want to focus on keeping money where it needs to be, and that's in your savings account. That's for your future plans. You don't want to be out here on Visa and MasterCard and American Express when you already owe yourself. You owe yourself because you're in debt and you're trying to budget your way out of it. So avoid these people. Use that credit card when you absolutely have to. Use it like layaway. You ain't got no food. It's Monday. Okay, use it because you get paid on Friday. But don't be doing anything that you shouldn't be doing out of the ordinary. So let's move on. Number 4, bundle all of your services. I know it might sound a little repetitive, but you want to make sure the phone, the internet, the TV, the fiber optic, the home security, whatever can be bundled, you want to bundle. Bundling is going to save you a lot of money. I've already done it, so I know. I used to have Comcast. No shade to Comcast, but Comcast was going up every daggone year for basic cable. Basic cable. You want me to pay $130 for some basic cable? No HD channels? I didn't even get stars. I had to catch up on power on my Netflix. But you want me to pay you $132.84 a month for basic? Oh, the disrespect, the audacity. Anyway, bundle your services, save money, forget the rest. Buy your items in bulk. When you go to the store, when you're even online, if it's something that you need, buy your toilet paper in bulk, buy your toothpaste in bulk, all those things that you use often and that you simply cannot live without, buy them in bulk. Buy your deodorant in bulk. Anything that doesn't go bad quickly and you know you're going to use, buy it in large supplies. So you always have it on hand, and it's actually cheaper when you break it down about $1. It's cheaper to get that 48 roll count of toilet paper at Sam's Club as opposed to just going buying Charmin every 2 weeks or Angel Soft, and you want to get 12 rolls for about $6.88. So it's cheaper to buy the $18 package as opposed to the $6.88, and you want to get 12 rolls and you got to go back. And if you have a family, buying items in bulk makes things so much simpler. So I definitely suggest that. Insurance. You can also bundle those insurances every now and then, but you should have it in there. You should be bundling where you can. Don't forget, you do need health insurance. Nobody's above health insurance, so don't cheat the health insurance because you're on a budget. You don't know, you might crack a tooth or crack a kneecap and you got to go see somebody. You need insurance. You're not above it. You're not. Don't mistake youth for immortality. I had foot surgery, I know. Don't mistake youth for immortality. Don't. Get the health insurance. Rule number 5, use coupons. I know we talked a lot about royalty programs. I know we talked a lot about discounts, but there's a lot of coupons you can use too. Ebates has them, Groupon has them, and then a lot of your retailers are sending you coupons all the time. If you were going to go there anyway, use them coupons. Swag Butts has coupons too. Retail Me Not. And places also price match. So take advantage of any type of program that you can get to save some money. You were going to go there anyway. Why not? Why not? Come on, do the right thing. Just do the right thing. Number 6, plan out spending money. But you want to be flexible when you plan out your spending money. So you look at the calendar. You got to stay on top of this now. This ain't for the week. This ain't for the week. No sir, no ma'am. This ain't for the week. Plan out that spending money, okay? You got groceries, you got food, you already got your little list, you got the month planned out, you know how many times you get paid this month, and you know who all you owe. I heard you owe people out here in these streets, but we won't talk about it. We won't talk about it because you budgeting, you changing your life, you're making life choices. That's what's up. Now, so make sure you're planning out that money. This is going to save you a lot of trouble. Plan it out. If it wasn't in the plans, it's not in the future. If it wasn't in your plans, it's not in your future. Nope, that ain't what you said. If it's an emergency, yeah, but you got a little savings account you've been working on. You good. You ready for the emergencies. They ain't doing nothing. However, when you planning ahead, you know what you're spending on, then you ain't got time for any frivolous things. You want to stay within your allowable amounts. Remember, you were flexible on a few things. I know the varying costs, were the gas, the groceries, and entertainment. You can give you an entertainment tab. You can put it on your Excel spreadsheet. You can have a column for that, but keep it within reason. And I'm not telling you to deprive yourself totally. I'm telling you to cut back when necessary. You don't have to go to the club every weekend. It's the same people who are alternating outfits or taking outfits back. It's the same people. Don't worry about it. They at the club now, but they about to be on Instagram in 12 minutes. You about to see what's going on. Watch the Instagram clips. Watch the Snapchat. You ain't got to be at the club every weekend. You ain't got to be at the movie theater every weekend. What? You can do free things. Find you some free things. Google. Go on your city's website. What they got going on? It's some free. They got free food. Find that out. You ain't got to spend all your money. You ain't got to be out here in these streets living on budgets for the rest of your life. I'm not saying go wilding out. I'm just saying find free things to do. There's a ton of free things to do. Spend time with your family. Well, if you get along with your family, spend time with them. You ain't got to be out here just getting broke to fit in. Who does that? And I also want to say, last but not least, when you're planning out your spending, be realistic. Be realistic. So be flexible when it comes to your variable costs. Plan out all your spending. Make sure that you are paying all your bills on time. Pay the bills and pay them on time. Okay? Negotiate when you can and stay on task. So this officially concludes episode 2, part 2 of the Millennial Success Bylaws, which was how to budget and budgeting tips to get you right along the way. So I hope you guys learned something. Feel free to go down in the comment box and tell me how are you saving money and how are you budgeting. So if I forgot anything in this video and you got some things that's working out for you, if you care to share enough, put them down in the comment section. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with anybody who may need it. Because don't forget, everybody don't get it all at once now. Everybody don't get all the information at once. So it doesn't take a thing to share a video, spread the love, spread the knowledge. So until next time, I'll see you guys in part 3 of this series. So stay tuned. Make sure that notification bell is on so you can get part 3 and you won't be left behind. And you won't have to pause the video to go back to videos 2 and 1. And you be just left behind, honey, just like the school system. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I'm Shonae, and you guys have a great day. Bye.